see this one.
They would rather prescribe you diabetic stuff and insulin than tell you you should lose weight.
Yeah, they'd rather give you Ozempic and then take that instead of telling you to stop eating.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They would rather staple your stomach instead of right.
Like why would you let someone take that stuff instead of just working hard?
Well, to each their own on all that.
No, not to each their own. Why would you do that instead of doing the hard work?
Because we live in a society where you can jumpstart it with medicine. Right? You take a morbidly obese person and you have them staple their stomach, you're going to get rapid results right away. And it's perfectly healthy to staple your stomach, right? And then while that's going on, they're developing.
Okay.
While that's going on, you're developing the discipline to eat less, right? And it's the same with Ozempic. Ozempic prevents you from overeating. And then while that's going on, it trains you what's the proper amount to eat. See, a lot of people are so far off on what's right. They don't have any good influences to know what's right that they don't even know where they're failing. They don't even know where they're going wrong.
I know. I love you. The point you were making was against just taking a pill and getting an instant result instead of getting to the root core and then dealing with it. And then at the exact same time, we're saying it's okay to take diet drugs and get a surgery.
Right.
We call that being a hypocrite.
No.
Like you can't argue both points at the exact same time.
Absolutely you can. The reason the medical society pushes one or the other is one's approved by insurance and the other is not. Taking testosterone is not approved by insurance, so they don't push it because they can't sell it. Ozempic is not approved by insurance, and so they don't push it because they can't sell it. Stapling your stomach is not approved by insurance unless you are so morbidly obese it becomes a life or death problem, and then it is. But for most people, it's not. It's an elective surgery, so they can't get it covered under insurance, so they don't push it. It's no different than a boob job, right? If you want a boob job, it's not covered by insurance. You're going to have to pay out of pocket for that.
Well,
but boob jobs sell themselves. Right?
I mean, yes, but that's like one of those things that in a rare case does not affect your health.
Right. But
that's like comparing an apple to an acorn that I picked up last week.
But
that's just those two things. You can't compare those two things.
What I'm saying though is like, if they don't approve, because Viagra's approved and because antidepressants are approved, they're going to prescribe those instead of fixing the root cause, which might be a hormone imbalance. And you solve the hormone imbalance, which isn't covered by insurance, but you solve the hormone imbalance, and now all of a sudden you don't need Viagra and you don't need antidepressants because your hormones are back where they need to be, right?
Yeah.
But they go the other route simply because it's approved by insurance.
That being said, I think that hormone imbalance thing it probably will be covered by insurance very shortly.
Yeah, I've heard talks that like Ozempic is about ready to be covered by insurance, and if insurance was fucking smart, they would absolutely do it.
So Ozempic. So for everyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, Ozempic, people have been taking it that aren't diabetic so that they can lose weight.
Yeah.
Ozempic's coming out with a drug that's basically taking that part of the science, and then you can use it for weight loss.
Yeah.
And so it's not taking away from the diabetes. So there'll be two drugs there.
Yeah. I mean.
And I only bring all this stuff up to bust Mitch's balls because frankly, I like doing it.
Well, and like on the spectrum, like
I don't get a lot of joy from you get the stuff that we talk about sometimes, but once in a while, I got to get my little nugget.
Let's say you got a vitamin D deficiency. You can either solve it by eating the right foods and getting enough sunlight, or you can take a pill. That's
very interesting you say that.
Right.
I have a vitamin D deficiency. No matter what I eat, it's not enough.
Right.
So I have to take D3.
Right.
But
and that's not cheating the system or anything else. Like you're taking ownership. You're taking control.
Yeah.
You're saying, fuck the excuses. I'm doing what it takes to get the results as fast as I can get them. Right. And
well, we're arguing two different points. The point on the Ozempic that I was bringing up is I cannot eat enough vitamin D to make it happen. Right. Someone that can lose weight can do the workouts
totally
and change their diet and get there, but they don't, and they cheat, and then they take Ozempic.
Hey, if you like what you're hearing on The Void and you want even more info, we just started a mentorship program specifically for trades professionals to start their business or to get their business to an incredibly healthy position. So if you'd like more info, click on the link in the description of this show. I wouldn't call that cheating.
It's 100% cheating.
That's like
It's 100% cheating.
that's like the person with type 2 diabetes getting on insulin instead of losing weight. Right?
That's also cheating.
Well, right.
You can stop eating.
Right.
Like so it's cheating because they can just take that. So if they have diabetes and no matter what their diet is, they can't regulate their blood sugar and they have to take the insulin, that's not cheating. But if they can stop eating or stop eating sugar and regulate their blood sugar, but choose not to, and then take insulin, that's cheating. It's cheating.
It's not cheating. It's a path to faster results.
No, it's cheating. You're not making the personal sacrifice, and you're not showing discipline because you can't quote unquote do it.
Yeah.
Because why? Because you're too lazy.
No.
You don't have the discipline to do it.
No, they want results faster than the traditional methods will allow.
Yeah, and it's a lack of discipline.
Okay, but in a nation where money buys you time, buy all the time you can. If I want to lose, if I'm 300 pounds and I want to lose the weight as fast as possible, I'm going to go get my stomach stapled. Right?
That's apples and oranges.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
You're saying it's cheating.
It is cheating.
Okay. Well, if I can,
that is also cheating.
Right. But if I reduce my diet and everything else, then it might take me 2 years to lose the weight.
We preach on this show and in Trade Winds. The whole reason you're doing 75 hard is because it creates discipline.
Yeah, I'm increasing my level of discipline.
To make you a better person, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of 75 hard.
Yes.
And the whole point of listening to the podcast.
Right.
Is to create personal discipline.
Yeah.
If you just cheat and run to the front of the line, like if I were to do the 75 hard thing and just click yes on every day and everything that I did, and then looked better, like, hey, look, I'm awesome.
Right.
I did the deal. Like I'm in the shape I wanted to be at the end. That's cheating.
Yes, 100%.
100%.
But what you're saying is like Austin hand washes his car once a week. I go to the car wash because it's faster. Am I cheating because I'm paying more money to speed up the results? No. Austin has a higher level of discipline because he's hand washing his. He has to set aside more time. He has to go out there when it's cold. He has to get out and put his hands in the cold water.
That's not discipline.
Sure it is. To go out in the cold one day every week on your car wash day?
That's not discipline.
It absolutely is discipline.
It would take discipline to tell yourself you're going to do that, but that's not you always want to compare apples to oranges. Those are not one and the same.
Yes, it absolutely is.
No, it's not. It can't. No, it's not.
Ultimately, if medical technology is there for you to speed up results and you can afford it, it's not cheating to use it.
Then why wouldn't you just take anabolic steroids and not do 75 hard?
I'm not doing 75 hard to get jacked.
No, you're doing it for discipline.
Right. But
and to get jacked.
I'm not above taking anabolic steroids. I've never done it, but I'm not above it.
Then why wouldn't you just do that to get what you want?
Because
you are not.
You think I'm doing 75 hard to get jacked. One of my goals is to have a 6-pack by the end of it. But the overriding goal is my business grows. Last time I did 75 hard, my business tripled.
Has it tripled so far?
Well, we're only 20 days in.
No, I'm just asking.
No, but we are setting a company. I lost myself.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. There it is. It's back.
I got a bad mic cable.
I got 10 mic cables at the house. I'll bring one.
Well, I think it just depends on what your goals are. If your goals is to be a better disciplined person, then it's cheating. But because you're cheating on what your goal is. But if your goal is to just get to whatever the fastest result is, no matter what, then, to yourself is not cheating. It just, I guess, just depends.
It's
Well,
all,
and
it's
discipline
all,
is also
perspective.
Well, discipline is subjective too, right?
Same thing as perspective, but yeah.
I'm more disciplined in some areas than David. David is more disciplined in some areas than me, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm better or worse, or it doesn't mean you're better or worse, right? So some people can be incredibly disciplined in one area, but they need assistance to speed up the results in another area. And it just kind of depends, right? However, it's no different than like somebody like going back to getting your stomach stapled. Yes, obviously you could eat less. You could overnight snap your fingers, have better discipline, eat less, and achieve the same results.
Yeah.
However, it's kind of nice to put a measure in place that helps give you a layer of security.